Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. Okay, let's move it quickly because I have a lot to cover. Yesterday, 5 o'clock, the announcement of commencement of civil rehabilitation proceedings was updated from the Mt. Gox attorney, and it looks good. It looks like things are moving forward, which I'm very happy because this is going to be able to provide those people who were affected by the loss of coins to be reimbursed. On the bottom of page 5 here, there's 3 questions that I want to look at because the answers are interesting. So how was the Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash sold? Well, as in sales from December 2017 to February 2018, upon consultation with cryptocurrency transaction experts, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash were sold in a manner that had no effect on the market price and not by ordinary sale on an exchange. So, as you know, everybody was complaining that the price crash that occurred 2 times early in the year were due to Kobayashi-san, the attorney, selling the coins on an exchange. But according to him, he did not use an exchange, which leads to believe he went with a method of an OTC, which is over the counter. I'm not sure, but that's what he is at least saying. Are there future plans to sell Bitcoins and Bitcoin Cash? At present, nothing has been determined regarding the sale of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies split from Bitcoin, collectively Bitcoin, etc., in the future. So they just don't talk about the coins that have yet to be sold, if they are going to sell them or what the plans are. If they do know, they're not letting us know yet. Will the bankruptcy trustee pay off with Bitcoin? That's a good question. I was wondering. So matters such as the method and timing of payment in the civil rehabilitation proceedings will be determined in the rehabilitation plan established in the civil rehabilitation proceedings. Therefore, please understand that specific answers cannot be given at this time. So we don't know if people are going to be paid in fiat or if they're going to be paid in coin. Now, yesterday, in my email, I received this little scary important notice. Bitflyer responds to improvement order from Japanese Financial Services Agency. Well, I wasn't that surprised because we did know a couple of days ago that the FSA was going to hand down some warnings. We just didn't know exactly who it was that was going to receive the warnings. And Bitflyer yesterday was one of several virtual currency exchanges to receive an improvement order from the Japanese Financial Service Agency. So, you know, I can tell you, don't be afraid. This is just one of the ways they're going to increase the anti-money laundering squeeze, if you will, so that they can have some sort of way to combat the financing of terrorism. And they also want to, if you look at number 3 here, they want to, one of the orders of improvement is to build out systems for rejecting antisocial forces. So when you see this antisocial forces, what they're referring to is the Japanese mafia, or sometimes called the Yakuza. There is an absolute zero tolerance to provide any sort of financing services to that group. And so they come down on any business extremely heavy. So anyway, I would say don't worry. I mean, Bitflyer in Japan is the only one that is affected, not in Europe or United States. And they will, I'm sure, meet all of the outlines here. They have to submit their plan by July 23rd. And I just think, you know, these types of heavy-handedness is to ensure the safety of everybody, because we just don't want to see any more hacks. And this is going to help to keep the space safe. Okay, and until they get it done, too, they are not going to take on any new customers. All right. Now, did you click on this article yesterday? Because I did. And it said, the clickbait, now we know that Ripple XRP will be added to Coinbase. Will XRP see $3 again? Well, I just said, wow, we know? We know? So Nathan Bentley, I'm going to call you out on this because your article yesterday, granted, you were able to receive 12,000 views in 24 hours. Great for you. You usually only get 4,000 views, but there is nothing in your article that can prove or is sourced that we know that Ripple is going to be added to Coinbase. Let me just tell you, the only thing you say here is that there have been, let's see, where I just want to take you exactly to the part where you, okay, here, this part here. Coinbase have kick-started operations in Japan. Ripple XRP is considered a favored cryptocurrency within Japan, and thus we can only assume that as a result of this, Coinbase will want to tap into the market sooner rather than later. This move further reinforces the idea that Ripple XRP is indeed on the Coinbase radar. Well, of course, XRP is on the Coinbase radar, but anybody with common sense knows that. But your article makes it believe to the person reading the headline that it has been determined, and now we know it's going to be added. We don't know. I just don't appreciate this kind of journalism, and I don't appreciate this kind of clickbait title. So I just want to call you out, Nathan, on your bad journalism. Okay? Thanks. Moving over to a podcast that was released just about 2 hours ago. It's an interview with Erik Voorhees, and it took place in London last week, but the podcast just became available to listen to today. It's about an hour long. It's good. It has some very insightful comments on the SEC, and he does, though, talk about Ripple and XRP in a way that I wish he had not done. He even said that he's not an expert, and obviously he's not up to date as to everything that's going on within the Ripple world. So I feel because he's such an influential person, he should be more careful in talking about projects that he's not totally up to date on. So I don't agree with anything he said in regards to the Ripple and XRP comments. He did, though, give something interesting. He was asked about what other projects and coins that he likes, and he highlighted Salt. Salt is a blockchain-backed loans project. So you can get same-day verification, you can customize your loan, and credit history is not required. It allows you to leverage your blockchain asset to secure cash loans. So they make it easy to get money without having to sell your favorite investment. Super interesting, I think. Yeah, Erik, I understand why you like this project. So I am not recommending, but this was a project that Erik highlighted in his interview. I want Erik to talk to the new SVP of Ripple that was hired in May, Ethan. Ethan Baird is going to head up the Xpring project. And I think Ethan is going to be quite interesting in this position. He originally was with Google, and then he moved to Facebook. And now, since May, he is with Ripple. And I just want to tell Ethan, he needs to tell Erik about this project, because when they announced Xpring, it's a new initiative by Ripple that will invest in, incubate, acquire, and provide grants to companies and projects run by proven entrepreneurs. Every entrepreneur will use the digital asset XRP. and the XRP ledger, the open source decentralized technology behind XRP, to solve their customers' problems and in transformative ways. I'm very, very interested in following Ethan's success. I think he's going to make great strides in getting this particular project to great success. And I'm just think it's going to be surely one of the wonderful uses of the XRP digital asset, no doubt. Okay. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in announcements that we never follow up to see how things turned out. So if you remember back in March 2018, Cambridge, which is a global payments company, announced that they were going to do a test pilot with Ripple. And I just thought, well, gosh, okay, let's follow up on this and see how they did. So they are a subsidiary of FleetCor Technologies. FleetCor is very interesting. They are an under-the-radar company that's been aggressively buying up businesses. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. You know, they have made, excuse me, 76 acquisitions since the company's inception in 2000, deploying 8.2 billion in total. So this is a very busy company. Just on June 14th, Fortune did a interview, question and answer, and the questions about Ripple and its pilot program came up. So one of your companies, Cambridge Global Payments, recently partnered with Ripple, the open payment network behind the cryptocurrency XRP. What are some of the takeaways from that pilot program so far? And he answers, it's too early to say, but I think it's a logical partner for the business. Cambridge is a cross-border payments company, and that involves forward exchange rates and delivering the money. One of the things that delivering money globally is that it's sort of a broken system. It takes days, and it's really hard to track where the money is at any one point. This is in a world of electronic money transfers. Why do we have to go through 3 banks and send money from the US to Brazil? That's, he says it's just crazy. So many different, so anyway, any different way or pipe to get it there through a lower cost is interesting to us. So as far as I can tell, the pilot has gone well, and there seems to be no pushback, and he didn't have anything negative to say. So I just wanted to bring that up to speed with a current update. On the same token, this is another company. This is a bank. This is actually the second largest bank in Spain, which is the Banco Balbo, and they were doing a pilot program as well with Ripple, and they just have a press release today on June 22nd that they have debuted a selfie payment system. And I thought, wow, what is a selfie payment system? A selfie payment system is where they do face recognition to process your payment. So customers in the bank's restaurants simply have to smile, or not, depending on their mood, at the camera booth next to the cash registers, and provided they have registered, the system identifies them and automatically bills them for the purchase. I just thought, wow, this is wild. This is wild. This is really crazy technology. And when I went to look a little bit further, I found Jack Ma, in a video, also demonstrating this face recognition payment application. 120 million people in China are using this now. I just, sometimes the advancement of technology just slays me. So I'm a big Alibaba fan just because, not only because of the personality of Jack Ma, but I think this company is one to really watch. And if you use this site, Alizila, it's a site that aggregates all of the news stories in regards to Alibaba. And I'm just always taken aback as to the advancement and the growth and the amazing projects this company is into. Okay, talking about face recognition. In Japan, your smile is being recorded. So take this job and love it, or else. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. This one's a little creepy. There is a company called Come True, and they have a software program that's being marketed to companies who have a face with the public. So like somebody in retail, for example, or maybe somebody who is working at McDonald's. It actually gives you points. It measures how much you are smiling. And if the software detects that you're not smiling enough, the points are low, and the display will inform the user your smiley face is below standard. So I don't know, when you go to work for a company who has face-to-face communication with the customer, having software that it determines how much I'm using my muscles to make a big smile, and I get points awarded or I'm rated below standard, just seems a little creepy to me. All right, so it was quick today, but now I want to do a little fluff, and we're going to stay on the face. I think everybody knows this is used in Japan. It's called Kaomoji. Kao is face, moji is character. And I think if you didn't know how many are used in Japan, it's just almost endless, actually. So here's for hugging, here's for winking, here's for apologizing. Yeah, if we go up to ones used, this is for dissatisfaction, there's sympathy, there's embarrassment. Here is love. Love has many fun ones. And then there's joy. This one right here is the one I use all the time on my phone. But I found that some of the studies showed that with Kaomoji, it's very much communication. In the East, we use the eyes, where in the West, it's more of the mouth. And so in looking at some of these Kaomojis, you'll see that, oh yeah, right, it's really in the eyes for the Japanese emoticons that determine what kind of message it's giving. So anyway, if you want to include any of these, you can cut and paste them into your communication. And I think it will be not only fun, but it gives people an immediate communication tool that tells them how you're feeling when you have created that message. Look at this one. This one's really, really cute. Okay, everybody, that's it. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and sayonara for now. Alrighty, bye-bye.